Here he comes, this handsome man. Okay, we're already recording now. So that was a great call. So we'll just do, I don't know, less than 15, 20-ish minutes. We'll get you off. And we'll do quick intros, who you are. The light looks great. So you are, so this is Phil Tabor or Tabor?
Tabor, yep, Tabor.
Yeah, look at that, I nailed it. And he is co-owner, or it's you, or you are full owner?
Nope, me and Albert both are owners of Hybrid.
And I, in my role, I know you're one of my favorite, if not my favorite APN partner. That's fun because of a few reasons, and I want to tell those first, and then I want to give you the floor. First of all, what Hybrid does, and Phil will tell you more, but they're a 24-hour, they turn your affiliate into the ability to be a 24-hour access gym if you would like it or not. And they do it with the smoothest protocol, the smoothest platform, and the easiest way to manage your members with it. I actually used 24-hour access prior to even meeting Phil, and I hated my system, but I liked what it did for my business. I liked that I could charge more. I could offer a different product. I could offer a membership that was just 24-hour fitness, or I could offer a membership that was like one class in 24-hour fitness for people who might lose their job, or they want to stay part of the community, but maybe they had a work shift, or they just need to downgrade for a while. And so I've loved that. And that is essentially my little story. I want to get into is there anything you want to add real quick though, Phil, before I start hammering you with some fun questions?
Yeah, I just think, I think the big fear, and again, I've been around CrossFit, a gym owner myself. So for those listening, I have that experience. I think that's what makes Hybrid AF really great in this space is Albert and I come from both being gym members and also gym owners. And so the two of us together really understand your role. That's unique, right? Listen, we didn't invent digital access for gyms. Let's not pretend that. You can go to Lowe's, Home Depot, you can buy stuff off the shelf. You can, use another company. Those companies are not focused on space. And what that means is they don't understand efficiencies, what you're trying to accomplish in terms of integration. And they also don't understand some of those demands that you may have on the weekends, right? One of the best things we get is our support team. And so when I think about digital access, it's not just this concept of 24/7 that sometimes scares people away. It's looking at unattended access. So what I mean by that is I have CrossFit classes or group fitness classes, but how do I monetize other times without staffing? And that's where we come in. And for you, that may be 24/7, 365. At my gym, it was, but it also might just be weekend hours, holiday hours, and in between hours during the day. And maybe you're not open 24/7, but you have select unattended access. That's what we do and how we monetize that for gym owners.
I'll clickbait with this statement I'm about to do with you just help me. I personally, we have about 180-ish members or something like that. I shut our gym down, I think December 22nd, and we did not open up until January 3rd. And we probably had 60 to 70% of our members go do the workout. Now, I did go up to my gym with a Santa hat just to hang out, eat cookies with people, did a couple thrusters, because now I get to experience the community. And people loved it this year. It was their favorite thing that they were all granted the 24-hour access during that time, and they absolutely loved it. But one thing that I want you to bring up was the first common scare tactic is 24/7. Like that's what I am. Something's going to happen. Like someone's going in there at 2 a.m. They're going to do backflips and all of that. People bring you their fear, right? And you do a great job of managing that. So I want them to go through the affiliate partner network to you, so they get exclusive access to the deal that you guys provide. But what's your first sell on don't worry about it? What is it? It's something.
Yeah, no, you're right. Listen, we as business owners, we imagine every scenario that can go wrong will go wrong. And so we come up with these. Your example is great. Someone does a 1-rep max thruster and breaks their neck, right? Or someone falls off the rope trying their first rope climb at 2 a.m. There's all these scenarios. The other one is they're going to leave all my garage doors wide open and I'm going to get robbed. Listen, we have over 500 gyms worldwide, and none of those have happened to date. Additionally, here's the story I share, and it's super sad. Before I did open gym, I ran classes, and it was a 5 a.m. class. At 5:15 a.m., I'm coaching, and a woman in our neighborhood of where our gym is out running, and she crossed the street in the dark and was hit by a delivery truck. Right? Accidents happen outside of the CrossFit space. And so, can something happen in your gym? I'd be naive, but you're going to put the rules and protocols and best practices in place to really make your gym the safest space. And then you're going to put things in place to help you manage those 1 in a million chances. So, be naive to say that could never happen. But if we focus on that 1%, well, we wouldn't even be teaching CrossFit classes. I can show you more YouTube things that have happened in CrossFit that have happened outside of CrossFit. And so that's the kind of way I like to approach it, is just shift CrossFit gym owners to what is actually the reality. And the reality is gyms are most successful. People that get open gym access are typically your most informed, educated, movement specialist type folks. Let's face it, the guy who's never done a rope climb is probably not showing up to open gym to try one.
Great answer. Yeah, so another thing I want to point out is business models. All right. I'm a huge business dude when it comes to how I speak to my Midwest people. I think that the Midwest offers one of the best opportunities. I know you're a Florida guy, right?
So North Carolina, but yep,
North Carolina. Also, you know Jen Green too, the other rep, and she's a hybrid gym as well.
Hybrid
So,
gym.
so in the Midwest, we have low rent, people who like to work hard, and it is an unbelievable recipe for CrossFit. And maybe I'm biased, but the business model that I've found that works, which may not be the only business model, but I'll just speak to mine, and then maybe you can say another way, is what I do is everyone gets access to 24-hour when they join the gym. It's part of what we market. You get access to our programming, you get access to 24-hour access, this many classes a week. And that's why we have a high price point. So we said, all right, instead of charging $25, $30 extra a month, we're just going to raise our rates to that, and everyone gets it. No one was unhappy, but some people are like, well, am I ever going to use this? Well, we have 28 Concept 2s in there and 6 treadmills. You bet your ass people are using it, because nonetheless, I call them the mall walkers. I got 25 to 30, 40-year-old moms in there coming up. They'll do a mile on the treadmill, then they'll walk with their friends. And there's just certain things that they didn't even realize that they would use it. And I also would say, about 50 people a day. 50 people a day probably do our workout of the day, which we program at off hours. And of those 50, I have no issues with it. Obviously, they can't do it during class, but I don't have a lot of classes, right? Because when, in theory, someone's working out without a class, that is the ideal situation financially. Now, I'm not saying community-wise or gym building-wise, but financially, that person on that day was like, screw it, I had a bad day at work. I don't want to see people because I love my community, and I don't want them to see me this angry today. I know I get like that. And they came in and crushed the workout. That person, in theory, cost me no coaching time. They didn't take up a spot in class. So that's the way I've done it. Have you seen it done successfully in other ways?
Yeah, so I love your model. In fact, I started with a different model. I started with the add-on model, right? So we had 135 gym members. We sold additional access for $25 a month. But I quickly moved to your model. And the reason I did that was I raised my rates, met the prices. And what I found was it made me a holistic gym. And so it rounded out my philosophy. Because what I wasn't trying to do was say group classes or unattended access, you have to choose a path, or a hybrid model. What I said was, we're an all-encompassing gym that delivers you the best quality. And that's going to be through a combination of things, through CrossFit classes, where maybe you attend 2 or 3 a week, but your value add is you can come do those workouts outside of classes. So the program's built in. Additionally, we made sure that there was access to community. So we made sure we were active in our Facebook group and active in our email campaigns, driving that community to build that out. So we found that when we shift from the add-on model to the all-inclusive model like you did, we actually found that we attracted more members, that we leveled out our classes. It was more financially beneficial, as you can imagine, because now I could actually structure my class times around it. But yeah, there's other models. We have another use case depending on where you're at in maybe rural America or Midwest America, you might have 12,000 square feet, right? Rent is cheap, as you mentioned. And so maybe you have an open gym only model, meaning there's power lifters and Olympic lifters and bodybuilders that, if we're honest, like they don't fit in at the Planet Fitnesses and they can't find a spot in the Globo gyms. And they never want to do a toes to bar or burpee, and they never want to have a coach tell them one more rep. They have a model, and maybe it's partly functional.
Cut you. I'll pause you real quick too, because actually there's another in that. There is the person who's in a garage gym who wants to do toes to bar, just doesn't always want to be in their garage. Like they want to have access to the CrossFit equipment and still go there. So sorry, keep going.
And so you pull all these folks in, and now you sell them a open gym only membership. And there's two thoughts there. I'm not going to go too deep into it, but Stu Bauer out of Charlotte thinks that, hey, you charge the same price. It's one price. Whatever you charge other people, it's one price. But they focus on open gym. I think maybe you do more of a 75% of your all-inclusive model, and it's 75% of that cost. So if I'm charging $200, maybe it's 150 for open gym only, right? But regardless, the point is those people in our communities, and when we exclude them because we say, no, you have to attend a CrossFit class to be a part of our community, you're limiting people who are genuine fitness enthusiasts that make your community better and bring people, and they respect your equipment. And so we found that to be super successful, reaching out. In fact, CrossFit Clayton and Clayton, North Carolina added 75 members to that open gym only. And so you do the math, right? Charge $100 times 70 members. That's an additional $7,000 he brought in monthly, and he doesn't have to do anything but let the automation run.
And that is part of the goal of this job that I'm in, is trying to increase the average earnings inside of the affiliate. And why I like you the most is, like, there's a lot of different ways. I'm good. I'll say I'm good friends with Stu. I'm friends with Stu. He actually did a podcast with my wife too. And here's where I would disagree with where he says that it would be, I like what I did. I like that my one class per week is I don't say open gym only. It's one class per week plus 24-hour, because I want them to be able to potentially come to feel how great the community, the class is, right? And even if they never use it, they're still going to pay the same anyway. But sure, I'll give you that option, because then when they randomly come on a Wednesday and I'm playing great music and there's 27 people in the class, because we have less amounts of classes because we have 24-hour. I always tell the people, I say, guys, don't ask me for more classes, because I want less. I want 4 classes a day where I can fit 50 people inside of the door, and they know that. But also I can manage that, right? I'm a professional at that. I can't act like every coach I know could handle that. Okay, so if people listen to Two Brain, or they listen to, Best Hour of Their Day, or whether it's Stu or any of these gym gurus, I like to go toe to toe with them. That's one of my favorite things. And they will tell you, like, the hardest thing in the world is just say, $150 a month, CrossFit, boom. You're going to need a lot of bodies. CrossFit requires a lot of equipment, a lot of space it takes up. So there's some math constraints. Now, here's my other thing. Two Brain be like, oh, nutrition, personal training. Nicole with HSN is fantastic through the APN with nutrition. I've had her on. I've talked to her. That is a whole separate thing, and she will explain that business model. I hate nutrition. Like, I don't want to take people's money for it. Here, my rate is $5,000 a month. Anyone watching this video, that's what you can pay. Like, at a minimum, that's what because I don't want to do that. I don't like personal training either. I did it for years. That's where I met my wife. We're both personal trainers. I don't want to sit and watch people work out really hard one-on-one. I don't really want to tell them the unique things about tempo and about, like, the Marcus Philly press. And if they do this, like, okay, another, $1,000 per hour. How's that? That's my rate. I want to figure out how to make more revenue without doing anything, in theory, and provide value, because I'm lazy and I want to win. And that's where hybrid in my head, it's like, that's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
Listen, I think you said something that's really correct. And I think a lot of people are afraid to say that out loud. But I did all the stuff. I feel like you and I live the same life. I did all the same stuff. I did the personal training. And you know what? I was spending 20 hours a week busting my butt. I created hybrid. Why did I create hybrid? Let's just take away the gym. I created hybrid because it's repeatable, measurable, and it's automated. I step away, and now gym owners buy my service, software service, and think about the revenue streams that we get as a company. Like, I did that so I can move away from this. I'm stuck to 9 a.m. every day training Sally with very little return, personally and professionally. And so while personal training has its place, I think gym owners can create a great unattended access model, deliver quality content programming, and let people navigate through the process themselves. And you sit at home and maximize your dollars. Why would you not want to do that?
Is value. Understand, like we have, I have 16 people who qualified for like the quarters, and then I have one. She's going to be top 10. We got to get one of her scores rewatched because they couldn't see the dumbbell, and I'm furious about it. But we'll get that taken care of. Or when she was showing the measurements, it was like blurry. And then I have people who they do other stuff too. And that's a big challenge for a lot of affiliate owners. You're like, oh, they don't do my programming, or these annoying people. I'm like, there's nothing annoying about people who are just doing mayhem on off hours, or they're having one of my coaches do personal training with them. There's nothing annoying about that to me. They know the rules. And then when I do meet with new gym owners, and if they ask me, sometimes people do ask me, Andrew, what would you do different? I'm like, to be honest, man, I love my gym. It's crushing it. It's where I want it to be. But if I could do things over, I would split my gym in half and have half of it be open gym, 24-hour access only, and it would be the coolest place you ever imagined. It would have the fanciest, nicest equipment, probably 2 of each erg. It'd probably be kind of tight, but I'd want people to be able to do anything and everything related to functional fitness. That's probably where I keep my reverse hyper, all that type of crap. And then on this side, I would have classes, and now I can maximize both. And it's actually, I have a small skinny room in the back. We call it the beef barn. It's filled with like a bunch of old leg extension. And a part of me is like, I need to make this a 24 hour. Like I need to advertise this as 24 hour. I just haven't gotten to it. I know I need to put some capital into it, but that's I would change that. And my fear, like I told you off camera, my fear is what's coming is exactly the middle. Planet Fitness over here, $10. It's a high volume, low price point. Over here, we have us, like high price point, lower volume. We have less people. Where the middle ground is going to be something, whether it's, stuff that you see trying to come out. It's not like in Anytime Fitness, right? They don't fit the street parking mindset of like, I just kind of want to go do my own thing. But then again, it's like people want to do the Huberman sauna training program. Like, do I really need a $150 health club membership where somebody's going to walk me in the door and show me where the towels are, and then I'm paying $150 for aquatics that I'll never use? It's like we're going to see that balance in between, and I want affiliate owners to get ahead of that, because you can keep your clients because of how good your training is, your coaching, your programming, whatever it is you rest your hat on. So yeah, man. I mean, and I know we're running out of time here. We could jam forever, but how do people, okay, here's what I want to know. I want people from the Midwest, they need to go through the affiliate partner network, or is there a way that you guys can, like, if I can just give them an email or something right away, you can give them that deal too? But I need to know that they're in there. I want to know when people are using the APN. That's what I want out of people, because I know that provides them more value. What can they do?
It's great. We track all the APN. So when they come through us, they tell us they're CrossFit. We have a form on the website, and it actually asks for their affiliate number. And then we take that affiliate number, we drop it into our process, our agreement process. And when they sign up,
Albert does all that, right?
Yeah. We report back on the back end. So yeah, one of my first questions is always from a CrossFit gym is, are you a current affiliate? And then we walk through the benefits of it from the APN aspect. And so, yeah, we're tracking that measurement. So yes, they could go to our website. They can go, listen, I got to be honest. If people are watching this, like, social media is just not the place to contact businesses, in my opinion. There's a lot on social media, and when you reach out to us, we're going to be super slow. And that's just life. But we have a really great process. Go to our website. You can get my cell number. I'm fine with giving it out. You get my email, sales@hybridaf.com or philip@hybridaf.com. We're super responsive, 7 days a week, 24/7. I was just talking to a gym last night at 2 a.m. in Australia, right? We understand that you guys are all over the map on time and work. And I ran an affiliate. So sometimes, for instance, at a gym, do you cover Ohio?
Oh, yeah, I cover Ohio. One of my favorites.
So I was talking with Michelle, I can't remember her gym, from Ohio last night, at 10 o'clock at night, right? Why? Because Michelle
The
just got,
APN?
yeah,
Okay, good.
Michelle just got done running her classes. And so Michelle doesn't get to operate on my business hours. I just say that to say, I think the value of hybrid and working through the APN is you're getting guys that understand you guys work long gym hours. So reach out anytime, text us day, night. We'll connect with you. We'll walk you through the process. It's real easy to set up. 4 to 6 weeks, we can get your gym live. I'll even throw this out. I know this is going to be on your Midwest. We even work with gyms from an installment plan process. We understand cash flow is tough, and we're not going to put you into a financial bubble. So we'll work with you on a payment plan that makes sense to get your door up and loaded, and then we'll take it from there. So don't be afraid of the unknown. We'll help you.
I have talked to gyms who have it and aren't utilizing it at all. They're like, yeah, we bought it, we paid for it. I'm like, dude, then why don't you market the living crap out of that? You got to let people know that. I mean, this is a thing, right? This is a huge attractor. So yeah, that's something too. Okay, well, I will. I'll post this, and I will hit you up when we do. I'll put together a big organization spreadsheet, fancy whatever, to where gym owners can sign up, and then we can do this live. Maybe you and Albert or something.
Yeah, no, it'd be great. We'd love to talk through all different types of things, from membership integration systems, how hybrid helps monetize, best use cases. We got plenty of examples on how people are leveraging the system. But again, I think the main point, if I could deliver to your audience, is CrossFit was never intended, in my opinion, and we probably ask Glassman, to be a class-based only. People are doing CrossFit. That's why we have CrossFit.com workouts where people do them in their garage. So you, as a gym owner, are responsible for those people too in your community. Bring them into the fold and let them work out on their own.
And also, we are not a franchise, right? This is why you and I can have these conversations. I'm not telling anyone what to do. You own your own business, but like, yeah, I am the representative for the Midwest. All right. But I'm not telling them this is going to work for you, this, whatever. This is what I've done. I'm an affiliate owner myself. I'm an affiliate owner first, and then this job. So this works for me. Doesn't mean it will work for you, but I do have thought-provoking things that I like to discuss. And dude, I appreciate it. But all right, so I'll put the emails. I don't know. I'll probably throw this in my newsletter, to be honest with you too. But it'll live on YouTube. So yeah, appreciate it, brother.
Hey, thanks for the time, and look forward to connecting on a more live event where we can talk with answer questions. Later.
Bye.